I discovered these documentaries on YouTube about Mount Everest, and it fascinated me. It intrigued me. I don't know what it was. One might conclude that the reason I became fascinated is because of the morbid side of it, which is the fact that Everest, where it's located, the weather conditions, the time you reach the summit, which is another word for the top of, the mountain. Mount Everest is one of, if not the, and correct me if I'm wrong, highest points on Earth. So I think for me the appeal is the fact that it's a human interest story, and I always have been fascinated by something that is authentic, something that is genuine. I started watching these videos on YouTube. I spent hours watching and researching, and I wanted to just know, I wanted to get every piece of information I could get on George Mallory, on David Sharp. I just really recommend it to you. I can't explain the things that intrigue me or that I get obsessed with or fascinate me. I cannot find a symbiotic connection to the things that I react to. But I think it's like I said again, anything that is real, because I feel that our world is slowly becoming more and more fake, and whatever. I'm not going to get into that anymore. So I had been meaning to make some sort of a video on my channel just to talk about how I've been so engrossed in everything Everest. If you go on YouTube, if you have this kind of time, I know people work and things like that, and people have jobs in real life, me included. If you're somebody who is a big fan of human interest stories, of the human condition, how the human condition works, what we're all searching for, what are we here for, the big questions, watch it. I think I have covered everything on the internet about Everest, and I think I've read everything. I think I even looked up George Mallory's letters that he wrote to his wife before he left for his journey. I won't say too much about George Mallory other than, please, there's a documentary, I believe it's called The Search for Mallory and his partner, and it's split up into parts, perhaps. His partner, he was the first person to ever attempt to climb Mount Everest, I believe in 1924. And he went with Andrew, I forget his last name, and obviously they didn't make it. Back then, technology, clothes, survival gear, so to speak, was not as developed as it is now. They did not make it. The other appeal, which most people have said for me, is my fascination makes me sick and all this stuff, whatever. I don't care. People can call me whatever they want. They have for years, my whole life. People have called me every name in the book, and I don't care. Call me whatever you like. It's fine. It's not gonna dampen my day. I'm not here to please people. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to either be loved or hated. Either way, it's a passionate feeling. The thing I don't want is indifference. Anyway, again, I digress. They're the first to attempt to climb Everest. Didn't make it. Years ago, if you didn't make it, obviously because of the weather conditions, your body most likely remained where you fell, which was on a mountain, thousands of feet in the sky. Because of the temperatures, most bodies froze. The most intriguing thing and heartbreaking thing and controversial, as I came to learn recently, I believe 2005, again, forgive me, I'm doing this, kind of out of the blue, and I haven't been watching the films as much lately. I would like to, maybe later on today. David Sharp recently attempted to climb Mount Everest, and he didn't make it. Controversy with David Sharp, couple controversies. He chose to go alone. He was not a professional mountaineer. He did not go through any of the training that is recommended. There are people called Sherpas, and if you take the time again to research, and if you're someone like me that loves to study and learn, please learn about the Sherpas and who they are. In Nepal, where Everest is, Sherpas are people that are native to the area. They know the area. They know the area well. They know the land. They know the economy. Their society has become possible because of people like David Sharp, or people like George Mallory, or people that are rich and have nothing better to do than spend thousands of dollars trying to, push themselves to the limit and climb a mountain. The Sherpas live there. They know the land. They know the weather. They know things that a billionaire that wants to just get his rocks off climbing a mountain wouldn't know. So what happens is you pay them a certain amount of money, and they accompany you. They escort you on your journey. A lot of times they don't make it. You're basically putting your life at risk when you make this climb. People want to do it. It's the same reason people want to jump off of a mountain. They want to bungee jump. They want that high. They want that, they want to push the limits of life. They want to push the limits of their being and just see how much they can take. Why do people do what they do? I don't know. We all have our reasons. But many of the Sherpas, back before they even would take money from people that would climb their mountain, because quite frankly it is their mountain, it's on their land, would go up and rescue climbers that did not prepare to climb and put their lives at risk to help them and save them. It's happened many times. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I know, I'm sorry if this came across really rambling, and and if I seem a little bit out of it, but I have been meaning to talk about this and just tell you what I have been kind of not obsessing over, but just what I've kind of been into and researching and studying. I love to learn. Like I said, if there's something I don't know about, I want to learn about it, good or bad, because it can't hurt. I think the worst thing is ignorance ever. With knowledge and education, anything is possible. So, I find something that I'm fascinated by or interested in, and I am so involved in it, and I just have reacted so physically to this story and to the people's stories. I know about Alive, and I know about the plane crash, and I had learned about that as well. I saw the documentary on, I think, the Discovery Channel a couple of years ago, and I just cried my eyes out. I saw so many of these films about Everest, and like a nutcase, I just cried. And I think it's because it's that eternal question of, what are you willing to do for something that you care about? What are you willing to sacrifice? How far are you willing to push yourself for something you believe in? I think that's the ultimate question. And I found this entire topic fascinating, and I recommend it to you if you're looking for something to help you escape a little bit. And again, forgive me if I sound like I'm on drugs. I know I'm probably going to get this because it never fails. If I sound like I'm on drugs or opiates or downers or whatever you want to say, if you want to say, anything about my face or what I look like, my stock answer is always pretty much just do whatever you want, say whatever you want, and we'll just go with that. All right, that's it. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.